In the 21st century, the meaning of women's rights becomes significant. Nowadays, women can study, go to work, and have similar opportunities with men. However, not all of the countries are the same. Today, we will look at Sri Lanka, a great and wonderful country which has done a lot for achieving the equality for both men and women. However, the effectiveness still be a question.
What is your vision of the women's rights issue in post-war Sri Lanka?
When compared to women in other third world countries, women in Sri Lanka in a favorable position as to their rights in political, economic and in social activities. They share equal opportunities with men. The long-lasting war in Sri Lanka mainly affected the north and east parts of the Sri Lanka. Those days, not only men, the women and children were forced to be fight. So they had to give up their normal life because of the war. But now I think after the war, they gained their normal life, and now they live happy and free, peaceful life there.
Okay, it seems to me as a positive change in Sri Lankan society. So, as I know, there have been some changes in Sri Lanka as well as other countries in recent years. Well, women gain more opportunities for study, for work. So I also would like to know your feedback and your opinion. Are there any changes in women's rights and their opportunities in recent years, and what are they? As well, I would like to hear, in your opinion, which areas still need to be improved.
In recent years, many things have been done to uplift the women rights and status in Sri Lanka, especially since 1975. The government established the Women Bureau, and not only that, now Sri Lanka we have a separate ministry for women affairs and separate unit in police stations for protection of women and the children.
As I see, the problem is still there. So, in your opinion, what are the sources of the problem? Is it because of traditional issues, or is it, you think, because of the lack in education, or what are the sources of the problems? And what do you think, what would help in the resolving these problems?
Still we have a male, still our society is a male dominated one. So many people always think man is superior. According to our traditions and culture, women are supposed to play a subordinate role of the family. In my opinion, I think we have to change our cultural and traditional attitude. Then it would be help to create a better status for women in Sri Lanka in the future than now.
Thank you. Well, as I see, you live in Vietnam for a long time, and I believe you get a lot of local experiences here. So, if you don't mind, would you compare position of Vietnamese women in the society and Sri Lankan women society. In your opinion, what are the significant differences in positioning of Vietnamese women in their society in comparison with Sri Lankan women?
Yes, it seems in Vietnamese women have a better place in their society than Sri Lanka. They are more independent and they are protected by their society and they are respected by their society. I think women are safer here, and main reason for this, I think, the long-lasting war in Vietnam. During the war, the men who were at home had to go for the war. Then the women who were at home had to become breadwinners of the family.
And the last question, last but not least, how long have you been in Vietnam, and why do you prefer your daughters to stay in Ho Chi Minh City rather than in their hometown?
For the last 6 years, we have been living here because of my husband's job. We always think we want to live together as one family in one place. So my daughters go to study in an international school. So they study in English language, and then they can move with different nations and different cultures. Other reason is I think there are less crimes here than Sri Lanka. So we feel safer here. Even at night, sometimes we go out, my daughters and I go out. So we had nothing experienced yet, and even taxi service are reliable. So other thing is the environment and vegetation and our climate also very similar to Sri Lanka. So we are happy here, and as I told you before, I think Vietnam is a safer country for girls and women always. So we are planning to stay some more years with my daughters here.
Now let's dig deeper into the problem, and together we can overcome this.